Yo, what's going on inside, dudes? Welcome back to Black Ops 3, a year in review. This is a series that we have been running over the course of the week, and we will continue to do so, kind of reviewing Black Ops 3 and just giving some opinions on it. Now that the Infinite Warfare beta is on its way, it's time to sort of judge Black Ops 3 and talk about it. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the good things that Black Ops 3 did. Now, I want to kind of refrain from giving like a final verdict on it, because that's going to be the end episode, so I don't really want to say, you know, was Black Ops 3 a good game? Was it really good for the franchise? We will kind of save that for the end. This particular video, we're really just focusing on all of the good things that Black Ops 3 did. And of course, as always, I do want you guys to chime in the comments below if I missed anything, or if there's something that you guys think that Black Ops 3 was really good at. Be sure to leave it in the comments below, because I'm sure there's a ton of things that I forgot. I just wrote down kind of a list here and tried to think of what I thought it was good at doing. So the very first thing that I have written down is it refined the movement system. And coming from Advanced Warfare prior to this game rather, people were really upset with the movement system in Advanced Warfare. I mean, there was a group of people on YouTube, I'm sure there always is, who, you know, enjoyed Advanced Warfare. I mean, I don't want to make this an Advanced Warfare video, but basically there was some gripes about the movement system, and it's justified because it wasn't quote-unquote Call of Duty. And Black Ops 3 really toned that down, and they kind of honed in their own style. Now granted, it's kind of taken from Titanfall. It's a very similar style to Titanfall, but it is kind of their own system. So I think they did a really good job with that, is refining the movement system. And I know that people want boots on the ground, but if you look at this, if they wanted to go in a new direction, if they wanted to create some sort of new movement system, would you rather have Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3? And I think the question's very easy to answer. I think that people really enjoy Black Ops 3's movement system compared to Advanced Warfare, and if you just accept the fact that they wanted to evolve and they wanted to change their game a little bit, I think that you could, you know, move past that and think that and realize that this is a very good system. The second thing that I've written down is it brought some exciting competitive play. Now, I've never really been into the competitive play, so I can't talk too much on this in regards to how it was compared to previous Call of Duties, but I know that I was watching Team Optic at Call of Duty Worlds or whatever the thing in COD XP was. I was watching that pretty intensely, and it was really enjoyable. I mean, it sucks that they lost, because that's who I was rooting for, but regardless, I thought that it was very, very, very entertaining, and that is also kind of based on the movement system too, and the specialists. So that's another thing. The specialists were brought into the game. Whether you like them or not is kind of opinion, but you have to admit that it's very innovative, and they did a great job with balancing them. I think that the specialists are very well balanced, and that's sort of another thing. Like, I think that this game has great variety in terms of the weapons and in terms of the specialists. I think that it has really good variety. All of the weapons are viable, and even now that we're getting towards the end of the life cycle, you're starting to see people snipe a little bit more. And honestly, snipers were the most underutilized weapon, and I think it's kind of justified, because I don't think they're nearly as good as an assault rifle, SMG, LMG, or even the shotguns. But people are starting to get pretty good with the snipers. I don't know if they've just adjusted to them or what, but you're seeing a lot of variety in this game. I mean, the VMP does kind of reign supreme for the tryhard kind of player, but overall, I think we're starting to see just that variety is coming out, and it's always been that way in the game. I think that people have always used different weapons in this particular game, more so than any. I think there's so much variety, and honestly, the balance of that is also something that kind of falls into play. The perks are really well balanced, the guns are really well balanced, and the specialists, like, I mean, when you hear that Black Ops 3 is going to be introducing supers or specialists or whatever you want to call them, when you guys heard that, you had to be thinking the same thing I did, like, shit, these are going to be overpowered, these are going to be crazy, these are going to be ridiculous. But honestly, like, they did such a great job. They're all very viable. I think some more so than others, but for the most part, they're all very useful, and they all are very well balanced. They're not like super overpowered. They're overpowered, the weapons, but that's just because that's how they have to be. You have to have them to be strong, or else there's no incentive to use them. I don't know. I'm just really impressed with how they did with the specialists. I think that's kind of a very important thing. Just the overall balance of Black Ops 3. To me, it's probably the most balanced Call of Duty. I think that there is something to be argued with other games, but I do think that Black Ops 3 has done the best job overall in terms of balancing. Now, the final thing that I want to mention, and this is kind of, for me, this is kind of a, I don't know, like a personal reason, so I don't want to make it too personal, but I want to say that it brought back players, and I will, on my own personal side, talk about this more in the final verdict episode. But overall, Black Ops 3 really brought back a lot of players. Now, obviously, I left YouTube and I kind of stopped watching. Honestly, I barely watched any of Ghost, and I didn't watch really any of Advanced Warfare videos. So for me, I don't know. I was kind of gone from this scene, so I don't have a great knowledge of this, but I know a lot of people quit too. And seeing that Black Ops 3 brought a lot of players back, both in content creators and in terms of just players overall, I think that is something that has to be, you know, rewarded or chimed about, or whatever you want to say. I don't think chimed about makes any sense, but it has to be something that is talked about as a good thing. Is they've really brought back a lot of players that Call of Duty has been missing over the years. We've heard it for years now. Oh, Call of Duty's dead, it's dying, it's done, it's gone, blah blah blah. But really, and I mean, of course, at the end of the life cycle, we're seeing less players in lobbies. That's just how it's going to be with really any game. I mean, when things die down after a certain amount of time, it just happens. You know, there's less players playing. That's just how it goes. With any game, that's how it's going to be. But for the most part, I think the lobbies were very full, and just, you know, seeing these old content creators who used to post that are back, it's very cool to me, and it's very, I don't know, I don't want to say important, but I think it's really cool, and I'm happy to see that. So those are some of the things that Black Ops 3 did really good. I want to know your guys' opinions in the comments below, because I'm sure there are certainly some things that I have missed throughout this. And if you're watching this gameplay, oh my god, these streaks at the end here, I think I get like the last 14 kills of the game just from my streaks alone, something insane like that. Count in the comments below if you want to. Let me know how much my Raps and Wraith get. But yeah, that's pretty much it. In the next episode, we will be talking about the bad things in Black Ops 3, what Black Ops 3 did wrong, because there's certainly some bad things in the old Black Ops 3. But this has been about the good things. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Peace, guys.